track temperature is increasing. It's now 118 Fahrenheit.
What's going on, folks? This is Steve, and we are here today with Race Day Live. We are getting underway for the Sim Racing Unleashed Xfinity Series. It's playoff time, and we are here today from Dover Motor Speedway, an awesome concrete mile. It is going to be an absolute treat today to see how these drivers get around this hard 1 mile concrete track. Right now, we're entering into qualifying, so let's join in down trackside as we follow qualifying. Look at this, Brandon Hartwell right now looking really good. That Michigan paint scheme looking solid today. That 25 in P2 right now. Merrick Watchorn currently your pole sitter with a time of 23.62. So very, very quick today. Chris Spencer also on track as well in the number 9. A couple of new faces right here in today's session. Looking pretty good. Terry Duguay, you know him, in that 14 getting around this monster mile. And we are off and going. Terry Duguay right now holding on to a 12th place qualifying effort right here. So far, pretty good. Big field tonight. So get ready for this, folks. Playoff time has begun. It is Dover to this week. Next week, Iowa. And then the finale at Homestead, Miami Speedway, everyone's favorite track. So a great time to bring in these shorter tracks. Dover right now first. Iowa is always a fan favorite. Very cool facility there. Right now, nobody on track. Qualifying is over. And Merrick Watchorn is going to be your pole sitter today for Dover. Incredible job right there. But again, 150 laps, so a long time to go here in this race. There's Miles the Monster right there. Tell you what, who's going to put themselves on top of that? Looking very, very cool today. Right now, though, we have a lot to go. Hard track here today. Tires are going to definitely burn up pretty quick. Gotta watch out for them, but here we go. Qualifying order is underway. Look at this grid, going to fill up over 20 cars in the field, 22 to be exact. We are in for a treat, folks. Once everybody gets on the field, we'll go through the field. Let's just start right now. Merrick Watchorn going to be on the pole in P1. in that Twiggy machine, always looking good right there. Brandon Hartwell in P2. Zach Deutscher rolling off 3rd place. Awesome job there. Jerry West coming onto the track right there, rolling off P4. Chris Spencer not on track just yet, but will be shortly. Kyle Munson rolling off 6th. Keaton Salyers in 7th. Looking very, very good. I believe that might be Austin Salyers. I could be wrong here. Maybe a mix-up on the name, but we'll carry that over in just a second. But Destin German rolling off P8. Jeff Gilmore 9th place right here. John Held 10th. Larry Blair rolling off 11th place in that Superman machine. We saw that last week at Road America. Man, love that car. Terry Duguay 12th place right there. John Henderson rolling off P4. Looking pretty good. David Acacia 14th place. David Cassidy. Love that rust-colored paint scheme right there. Rolling out 15th. Jim Kulmensberger on the thumbnail today. Shout out to him. 16th place. Mike Chamberlain rolling off P17. Jason Adams 18th place. Chad Meadows in the field today. 19th place rolling off. Mark Koshik in that 20th. And then that last row right there. Robert Chiswick. And then Jason Cavaney rounding up the field at Reese's machine. Looking pretty good today, folks. Long way to go. We have all different kinds of angles of cameras today and all kinds of new stuff for you tonight. So we're going to have a lot of good times today as we get through this field. But lap 1 is about to be underway. Pace car lights already off the track. Off the car, excuse me. And we are about to go green for the first time. So what do we expect in this race? Tell you what, I am excited to get this thing underway. As always, stage 1 will end at lap 45. That will be the only stage of today's race. But this is the playoffs, and we are about to get underway here. Merrick Watchorn pulls around turn 4. And green flag is in the air. Merrick Watchorn leads us off for the Monster Mile 150. Good looking lap so far right now. The entire field almost single file already. This track is a one groove track. Very difficult to get around. We'll see tires getting pretty well heated up. Later as we go in this race, you'll start to see these cars diamonding this corner. Right now though, tough conditions. It's morning time, but it is hot. Track's gonna get slicker and slicker as we go. Looking very good today. And Merrick Watchorn already doing the work for here. You can see him kind of start up high and then coming down low. He's making that lane to work, but watch out for Brandon Hartwell. He's doing pretty good here. Looking very strong early. Get right on board Hartwell right here. You can see how hard it is to get around this track. Just muscling that car around. Further on back, we're seeing Jerry West right now in P5, looking pretty good. Salyers right there, looking awesome in that number 16. Holding on to it pretty strong here as well. Man, Jeff Gilmore, everybody single file still. Lap 5. This first stage will come pretty quick, so you gotta be careful. Single file on back as well. Cavaney making some moves, already up to P19, so started last. Right now finds himself already up there. Chad Meadows loving this paint scheme right here. I believe this is a Sam Mayer paint scheme, if I have my names correct. Man, I love this paint scheme, always have. Looking good today, though, the number 1 machine. Awesome job. Jeff Gilmore Holding in very strong. This pack right here, this 3-pack. Salyers, Dustin German, Jerry West. These guys getting pretty close. Man, high above Dover Motor Speedway, this place is just so much fun. It's fun to drive, it's fun to watch. So banked, the concrete just adds a different layer to it. These cars get around this place so uniquely. Man, right now we're watching it. Dustin German trying to sneak his way below Salyers here. He's got the preferred lane, but Salyers looks pretty good there on the outside and makes it stick. That's impressive so far early. Back up front though, Merrick Watchorn finding himself still in P1 by about almost a second at this point. Looking great. Hartwell in second, Zach Deuscher in third. Very strong run so far today. This pack though right here, these guys are getting close. Jerry West leading it, but man, a lot of these guys trying to make moves early. You can tell Chris Spencer right here, the number 9, he's all by himself a little bit. He's got some room in front of him by Jerry West, but not quite having the speed he wants early. Already on lap 12, folks. This thing's going to end very quickly. Lap 45 will come pretty quick. Everyone fighting for their positioning on the track. These next 2 races, Dover and Iowa, keep in mind, these act as basically a little mini championship. Points kind of start over. And, man, the top 4 in points after these next 2 races will be fighting for the championship at Homestead in 3 weeks. So it'll be an awesome time to see who can get this done. But, man, look at this back here. Cavaney looking pretty good. He's moving through the field, already back in P17. Love that Reese's machine. Looking good right there. Holding on. That low line is definitely where you want to be. Turn 2, the exit of turn 2 is pretty loose. So far, though, he's making it look pretty easy. Merrick now out to a 1-second lead on Brandon Hartwell. Looking pretty good. Some moves back here, though. Look at this. Kyle Munson and Salyers. Munson makes that move. Down low, looking great right now. Salyers might bounce back here on the inside. Not quite. Looking good right now. Jerry West has caught Chris Spencer to a degree. Trying what he can. Let's ride on board, see if we can find out what he's going to do. Can he get around him? Spencer already kind of opening up that high lane, trying to come down low and cut the corner off. Not quite getting there yet. Great job, though. Right now, you can really just tell the sense of speed at this place. For a mile track, this is basically a bigger Bristol. Both concrete, both high banked. But man, Dover's just you always feel like you're on the edge. Very, very fast right now. David Acacia, speaking of fast, in P11, looking solid so far, holding on to a great result right there. Still a long way to go. Again, this back of the field, single file is pretty much how it's going to stay. Not really a 2-lane racetrack. You can make it work on fresh tires, but this place, it's all about that attrition. Oh, as Cavani gets into the wall right there, a little bit. Not a huge hit, but hits it enough. This track is all about saving your tires. Long runs. And Chris Spencer got passed right there by a few cars. Kyle Munson, Dustin German, Jerry West as well. So Chris Spencer having a bad couple laps right here. Car's falling off quite a bit. You can just see the amount of time he's losing. Even, oh, look at this. Got real loose right there entering turn 3. Not sure if he's got a problem or not, but let's ride on board. His tires might be already gone. Dives down, and we'll see if that back end kicks out a little bit. Turn 2 is notorious for that. You can see some more wheel input than you'd like to right there, but Jeff Gilmore still working on Salyers. He is right there. Again, the preferred line, but Salyers just makes it work. Watch out, though. John Held's going to sneak in, too. Not quite yet, but he's thinking about it. Back up front, Merrick Watchorn still has the lead right now by 1.5 seconds. A little bit past halfway of the first stage, so already showing up and showing out for Merrick Watchorn, looking good right now. Zach Deuscher, it's around Brandon Hartwell, so doing a little better, holding on to those tires right there for Deuscher. Very solid effort. Not too far back, though. Jerry West, he is catching. These guys gave it up a little bit on the beginning of the run, but you have to do that to hold on to these tires, and Jerry West is doing a great job of doing that, as you can see. Man, Kyle Munson right behind the back end of Dustin German. He's trying to get there. Hasn't yet. Dives down low. Oh, man. That back end. Hold on to her. Lost some time right there on the exit of turn 2. David Cassie here in P10 has gained a few spots. Jeff Gilmore right behind him as well. Holding on pretty tight to it. Closest battle on the track. It's pretty well close right here between Jerry West. I'm sorry, Dustin German and Kyle Munson still not quite leaning on each other just yet, but they're about to. On lap 28. Again, lap 45 is that stage completion. And those stages pay points, so you have to get those. You have to capitalize. If you're one of these playoff drivers, get those points. Merrick Watchorn doing just that right now in P1. It's an awesome job for him. Back in the pack, give you a quick update. Terry Duguay back here in P20. Mark Koschek in 19th in their own race. Chiswick and Mike Chamberlain are actually off the track. We don't see them on our system or whatnot, so unfortunately for them, we'll get more information as we can find it, but right now they're not currently on the track. So we'll find out some more information about that. But John Henderson, here he is in 18th place. Cavani again, 17th place, hasn't been able to really catch up. That's the thing, if you have a fast car, you know, and you're back in the pack, this is a tough place to gain spots because you really have to hold on to those tires. And he's just burning them up, trying to pass cars, right? So at this point, he's waiting for that stage end to come out and then move forward once again. Jason Adams rocking that Exalta paint scheme again. Looking good, that silver and rainbow. Solid as usual. Salyers right now under pressure. Look at this. David Acacia trying to make a move here on the inside. David Acacia gets a little loose right there on entry. But again, has that lane, can't quite get it. It's so hard out of turn 2 to make that turn down low because it's just so loose. In the high line, when you have a driver like Salyers up there, it robs your exit. You can't take a straight exit like you want to. That wheel input just gets that car so loose. Right now, Acacia will have to come back around and try and pass him again a different way. Salyers way down low right there. I'm not sure what that was. He took a extremely shallow entry. Let's watch real quick and see if we can see if he does that again. But man, that was interesting for sure. Takes the high line now. Seemingly lets Acacia go here. Oh no! Big wreck. Salyers involved. That'll be our first caution of the day. Oh my word, Jeff Gilmore, I believe, involved in that. And there it is, lap 35. 10 laps away from our first caution, first stage, excuse me. And we have our first caution for incident. Man, Gilmore just ran right into the back of Salyers. And that car's back end is pretty well beat up. These drivers do get that one fast repair, so keep that in mind. He'll be able to resume if need be. Man, oh man. Not what we wanted to see. Let's go back real quick and see if we can kind of paint a picture here. That was definitely interesting. I mean, Acacia had slipped on by, but then, man, Gilmore kind of just came out of nowhere here a little bit. So you see it. This isn't quite where it happened, but yeah, Acacia gets loose right there. I believe we're a little bit, here we go. Let's go a little bit fast forward here. Here we go. So you can see it. That 16 car goes up high. Acacia just kind of goes down low, takes the spot. And then, man, the 16 just kind of checks up or something. Maybe an early entry. Let's ride on board if we can. Salyers. We'll go right back to that spot right on board here. See if we can find out what happened to that 16. Ah, man. Yeah, so he checks up for Acacia a little bit, and then, I mean, man, Gilmore was just right there. So unfortunate here for Salyers. Has some damage, but not too terrible, but maybe enough to not use that fast repair just yet. But either way, that's what happened. And we're under our first caution of the day. Everyone just has pit. So while we're looking at the replay, pitting did occur. Brendan Hartwell going to be your leader right now. So a lot going on here. Merrick Watchorn, your leader before that yellow, is now back into P11. So very interesting to see what happens with this. All the drivers may be choosing to take some tires, choosing not tires, maybe even 2 tires here. It can work. I don't know if I would do it now, but hey, maybe later on before for the race win, we could see that. So pace car lights are still on. We'll go back and thank our channel sponsors real fast before we go back green. We'll come right back. All right, folks, we're back, and right now it is lap 38. We have a little bit left to go for stage 1. We're about to get this thing back underway for the remainder of stage 1. Pace car will come off momentarily. We're going back green. Brandon Hartwell, your new leader here. Zach Deutscher in P2. A lot of racing left to go. Stage 1, though, again, this pays points. So who will win this stage? Who will come talk to us here in the booth? And who will set themselves up to get some more points and a great finish for this race? We're going to find out here momentarily. Again, already 40 laps in almost. This race, the Monster Mile 150, it will come down to tire management. That pace car going to pull off. Brandon Hartwell on the inside. Zach Deutscher on the outside. Who can benefit from this restart? Here we go. Green flag about to be in the air. And we're off. Back into green here for the Monster Mile 150. Big checkup. Big wreck at the start line. Jeff Gilmore again involved. This should bring out another caution. It does. My, oh my. A couple drivers just could not go at the restart. And that will bring out our second caution of the day. I believe it also involved Larry Blair. Let's go back and take a look. Already underway here, but man, Merrick Watchorn also involved. Oh no, the race leader from earlier. That's going to be huge right there for him. We have to go back a little further up here, so let's go back. Here's the restart. So that 4 car right there on the outside just comes down low. Man, yeah, that Henderson right there just doesn't get the restart. And then unfortunately, Gilmore, Merrick Watchorn have nowhere to go. We'll take one more look at it. Get that better angle. Man, oh man. I think I missed it. My apologies. One more time. Yeah, so right here, that 4 car you can see middle of your screen just doesn't get the restart he wants. Merrick Watchorn on the below him. Man, might have even missed a shift. And just unfortunately comes across the nose of Merrick Watchorn and then just makes a mess here. So big mistakes here for these drivers already. And again, that makes a big mess here for the leaders. Everyone coming down pit road who maybe didn't a second ago. So watch out for these guys. Larry Blair as well. He was also involved with Jeff Gilmore coming down, fixing some damage right there. Henderson also right here as well. Car not looking too bad, but so far so good. Merrick Watchorn remains on the track, did not come down to pit, so here he is. Gained a few more spots actually right now, currently in P6 on lap 41. So we have 4 laps remaining in this stage. And after all that, the lead goes back to Dustin German. Look at this. Looking good in that SRTV network paint scheme. Let's see what he can do here in the front of the pack. Sawyer's in P2, Jerry West in 3rd. Gonna basically have a green-white checkered in essentially for the end of the stage. So this should be a lot of fun to watch. Who can win the stage? Who can get those most points here? That comes down. I'll tell you what, that's just, it's going to be huge for these guys to get those points. All comes down to the points, especially here in the playoffs. And man, it's a tough deal. So one notable driver not here today, actually wanted to mention, is Greg Wood. Greg Wood came into the playoffs as the #1 driver in the points, but isn't here tonight. So, unfortunately for him, right now not here to get those points. Has a pretty good buffer, but again, not right there in those points. So, either way, we are good. And gonna come down real quick. One more lap to go. We're going back green. Those pace car lights coming off right now. So, awesome time so far for the Monster Mile 150 here at Dover. Again, as usual, man, this SRU Xfinity series, excuse me, has always been just an awesome time. Incredible racing. And today, a big crowd. We love to see that. So, hey, what can these boys do today? Short little stint here to get to that lap 45 for stage 1. But after that, all hell might break loose to get to that winner's circle. But Dustin German looking very strong so far. Hasn't really been in the top 5 or top 3 thus far, but man, he is looking good. He's got his teammate right behind him too, Jerry West. So they're on the similar strategy. That pace car going to pull down left. We're going back green here at Dover. Here we go. Dustin German coming around turn 4. That Geico restart zone right there. Green flag about to be in the air. And we are off back green for the Monster Mile 150. Gets a great jump right there. German gets so loose in turn 2 and holds on to it. A bit of a shootout here. Coming to lap 45, Dustin German still out front. Looking very, very strong. It's so tough to pass here. And Dustin making a great run right here in that P1 spot. Merrick Watchorn, Salyers trying to make those moves too to get to the front. Can't quite do it though. Dustin German going to lead some more laps on lap 45. Merrick gets around. Salyers right there for P3. Jerry West up next. Dustin German right there doing great coming out of P2. Looks a lot better than that first lap. Tires are warmed up now. Can start to make moves. Looking good. A battle right here. Zach Deuscher getting around Chris Spencer. Good clean run right there for him. Gaffney continuing to move up. Right now in 14th place. Has those fresh tires, so what can he do, man, to get through it? Looking very strong today. David DeCassia takes a bit of a shallow entry right here. Looking good, though, on the outside, way outside, trying to make that work. Looking very good. Let's ride on board. The outside lane here is not one that you typically see, but he's making it work. Awesome job right here for him. Back up front, Dustin German still holding on, but Merrick Watchorn making a run here for P1. Makes the pass right here. Can German get him on the outside? No, he can't. And Merrick Watchorn back to the front. Brandon Hartwell, though, trying to follow suit. Goes down low, has the preferred lane. Makes that move there on the inside. And we have a new front row here. Hartwell and Merrick Watchorn back to the front. Awesome job from Merrick Watchorn. Again, these two drivers right here, Jerry West, Dustin Durman, teammates, trying to make this work to get to the front and stay there. Zach Deutscher, though, he's looking pretty quick right now. Just passed Chris Spencer a few laps ago, but man, he is just cooking. Down low of Salyers. Makes that pass cleanly, and he is marching forward. Looking very good. P1 though. Look at this. Brandon Hartwell wants that lead. Can he get it from Merrick Watchorn? He's looking pretty strong right now. But again, don't want to use those tires to try and catch him. So do you play the long game here? Would not appear like that would be the case for Brandon Hartwell. He wants to lead his first laps. Looking very strong. Further on back in the pack, we have David Acacia, Jim Kummelsberger working together here. In a line right here, back further on back. A couple drivers making it work. Jason Cavney leading this further on back pack right here, I guess you could call it. Not quite a pack on a 1 mile track, but David Acacia, man, look way up high right here. Not sure what happened there, but just lost 3 spots. Out of shape quite a bit. Gotta be careful there for sure. Chad Meadows holding on strong on the number 1 car. Looking pretty good. That's one of these things too. At Dover, you just have to hold on to your fenders. It's so easy at this place to bounce off the walls, especially in turns 2 and 4 on exit. But these guys are just making it look so easy. Awesome job here for all these guys. Very solid effort. Adams holding on. Kyle Munson kind of putting some pressure on Chris Spencer. Right behind him. He's doing a great job. He's trying to march his way to the front as well. Again, enters this race second ranked in the playoffs, so he has had a very, very good season. Very, very consistent driver for Kyle Munson. And right now looking to definitely capitalize at Dover. Dover's a very hard track. Right now he finds himself in P8, so a great job there for him. Jerry West and Zach Deutscher fighting right here. Jerry not going to give that low line up. You can see these drivers move up the track a little bit and then cut right back down like Zach just did. Look at that run he gets on the front stretch. Might get a poke in there, and down low he does. That's a great line right there for Zach Deutscher. Let's ride on board. Enters low, comes up high a little bit, and then cuts right back down to the apron. That's the trick right here to these tough corners at Dover. You see a lot of this to it, like New Hampshire and things like that, Gateway, where you want to exit the corner straight. The more you're turning your car on exit, the more that back end can kick out. And right there, man, Mark Koshik, way up the track here, going 1 lap down. That car pretty beat up right there, unfortunately for him. Though Merrick Watchorn still holding on to his lead, but Brendan Hartwell not going away. We saw Merrick get out to about a 1.5, almost 2-second lead earlier before stage 1 concluded. And by the way, it did conclude on that last caution. I do apologize for not updating us on that, but it did conclude, according to my knowledge, so that caution was considered the stage end. But Merrick Watchorn here, man, he is looking pretty good. I think he's holding back a little bit, though. I think he's trying to hold on to those tires. So while it looks like the back of these guys, Hartwell, German, Deutscher, they're definitely fast, but I think Watchorn is just managing that gap at this point, not wanting to get out too far and burn the tires off. Because this track is known to go green for quite a long time. So we'll see how that plays out for him later on. We saw a pass right here a second ago. Chad Meadows still back here as well. Man, awesome camera angles here today. Oh, look at this Koshik on the outside. Man, Meadows has to come way down low to avoid it. Looking good here on lap 66. Kyle Munson still in P8, trying to work on Chris Spencer here. He's getting closer and closer, and Salyers is pulling back just a little bit. So these drivers trying to work together to a degree. But man, Zach Deutscher makes a move here on Jerry West. Here, this is for P3. Very solid move there for Deutscher. Awesome, awesome job here for him. Jerry West might lose that one more spot to his teammate. Dustin German here on the outside looking strong. It's a power move here for him. Just like we talked about it a second ago, man, look at this. Salyers, Chris Spencer. And then Munson right there on the behind. There's an opening now. Salyers making an even, ooh, contact right there. No one's giving anybody an inch. Salyers way up high, might kiss the wall here. Not quite, that's the highest we've seen a driver today. And Salyers making it work well. Man, awesome work there for Salyers in that number 16. Oh, bounces off the wall there in turn 2. Spoke too soon, maybe. Looks like we did right now. Going to be pushed back to that third spot of that group. Chris Spencer gets to that front of an edge. Munson kisses that apron just a little bit. Not going to hurt him too bad. They're going to sort themselves out. But man, this battle for the lead has been brewing up. It is close. Hartwell is right there. You need to get around Merrick Watchorn right now. Hartwell is right there. We're going to focus on this battle right here, folks. We're about halfway in the race. 3 more laps to go for the halfway point of the Monster Mile 150, and it has been an absolute, man, just slugfest. Awesome, awesome race so far. Again, opening race of the playoffs here for the SRU Xfinity Series, and this is where you want to be. This is a great battle right here. Merrick Watchorn doing what he can to win another race. Very solid effort. We'll go back there in a second, but man, right here, further on back, not a whole lot of action. A lot of guys kind of single file. This battle right here getting a little close. Jason Adams, Jeff Gilmore. But overall, everybody else pretty well single file. Cavani, Duguay, and Henderson all back here by themselves. Needing a lot of help. Caution to definitely catch themselves up. Salyers was battling those 2 drivers up front, but man, has fallen off quite a bit from Spencer and Munson. Koshik coming down pit road. He's a lap down, so this won't affect his positioning, but would appear like it's unscheduled, perhaps, but hey, if it is, Maybe the undercut. We'll definitely follow that as we go. But the battle for the lead is still brewing. Hartwell not going away. Awesome job here. Hartwell losing some steam a little bit. Zach Deutscher, though, and Jerry West, they're still fast. So watch out for them as this race continues. I think they have something. Again, this is really where you want to manage your tires. You don't need to blast past all these guys quickly. We still have more than half the race to go. Actually, a little less than half the race to go. So a lot can still happen as we approach closer and closer to green flag pit stops. We saw a second ago Mark Kasha come back on track, so he's good to go here. Gonna blend back into the crowd or come down back Palm Pit Road, so looks like that won't be the case. All good. Well, folks, as we cross past the halfway point, let's go and take our race day non-stop. We'll go and thank our sponsors, but you will not miss 1 inch of the action on track. We'll come right back. All right, folks, we are back from the race day nonstop. Big thanks to all of our sponsors and partners here on the channel. Love to see them, and thank you for their support. Man, right here, Merrick Watchorn is still the leader of this race. Looking very, very good right now. Hartwell was pretty close at one point. Oh, got loose right there to turn 2. Did a good job of holding on to it, but man, that was close. Hartwell, though, holding on to his race. Deutscher and Jerry West looking very good as well. This is a great point stay if they can hold on to this right here. I know they'd want to win, but man, top 3, top 4, very good start for them for these playoffs. This right now, folks, is that territory where we're going to start to see tires really, really fall off before we get to those green flag pit stops. And you can see drivers taking the high line coming down. Look at Salyers. Way down low right there. Starts off kind of mid, a little bit high, and they're going to cut the track down here. You'll watch, you'll see it. Tries what it can. Again, these cars are just so loose. And this is a morning session, so this sun is coming up as we speak. It's going to get hotter and hotter on this track, which means these tires get slicker as we go. Little battle right here. This is for a top 10 spot. Dave DeCassia, Kolmensberger, and Gilmore. Gilmore involved in some earlier cautions, as we saw before, but bounced back quite good right now in P12. DeCassia, though, it's getting worked on by Kolmensberger. Good looking run right here. Acacia making the outside lane work, but can't quite do it on the entry of or exit to turn 2. A little loose right there. That 11 car going to make a run down low. Acacia might have the better exit, but it's not going to be enough. Kolmsberger gets cleared of Acacia. Awesome job there for P10. Jeff Gilmore might find himself in position to get that 11th place away from Acacia as well, but we'll follow that as we go for sure. Further on back of the pack, Meadows, Adams, and Cassidy all kind of by themselves right there running. Ooh, Adams gets pretty well loose on the outside of turn 4. We're doing a good job there. Terry Duguay. Jason Cavany here. Cavany not having the race he wanted. Just not a good run today so far. Gained some spots early, but just has not been able to really capitalize on it. Under fire here by Terry Duguay in that 14. Getting pretty close. Duguay trying the outside lane here. Not quite making it work, but a great run nonetheless. Right behind, though, is Merrick Watchhorn, your leader. Those drivers are about to go a lap down, Cavany and Duguay, so they have to be careful here. They got to speed up a little bit or hope for a caution to stay on that lead lap. Merrick Watchhorn is about to pass them. Great angle. You can really see how banked these corners are. This is dangerous. These two drivers are battling for position while the leader catches them. How is this going to shake out? Watchhorn gets around Cavany. Oh, Duguay way down low. Might have gotten into the wall there. Going to be right in the way of the leaders. They're still battling for position. Hartwell gonna try and get through this as clean as he can. These leaders do not want to see this. Man, oh man, let's watch on board up top. How's it gonna work? Hartwell just cannot get around. Cavany's Deutscher got around him. He's stuck in, but Hartwell, I can tell you, he is furious behind that steering wheel, I can promise you. Duguay and Jerry West get involved. Man, oh man, these lap down cars. They are not messing around. And somehow, after all the top 4 get through, Duguay and Cavany are still side by side, fighting for 16th and 17th place. Dustin German now right behind him in 5th. Oh no! Cavany right up high. German on the apron. Cavany and Duguay just have to, at this point, get out of the way. You can just tell their cars are very uncomfortable. Very squirrely around the leaders. These leaders, I'm sure, are screaming on their radios to tell them to get out of the way. Duguay again. Off the wall. He is in shambles right now. Ooh, hard contact with Cavany. Down on the apron. Duguay slowing it down, might come down pit road. Man, oh man, that was a 3 or 4 laps that they want to forget about. Tough break right here. Terry Duguay going to be coming down pit road. And Jerry West comes down pit road. This is from P4, so this is an early stop for him. A bit of an undercut for Jerry West. This could be very smart. Again, a little bit under 50 laps to go for this race. This could mean a lot here for Jerry West. Comes down pit road. We'll watch him as Merrick Watchhorn comes around. So he's going to be put a lap down. The caution comes out. Jerry West will be in trouble for sure, but that's the gamble with the undercut. When he comes back out, he is going to be flying around this track. John Held coming down pit road now too. So now, folks, 50 laps to go as Merrick Watchorn crosses that line. We are entering the territory of where we're going to see strategy. We have not seen a caution now for about 65 laps, if my math is correct. Maybe 55. It's all good. I'm a better broadcaster than a mathematician, so it's all good. But Watchorn still has the lead, making it look easy so far. But again, John Held, and now Jason Adams, Kyle Munson coming down pit road, I believe that is. Oh no, Henderson, excuse me. So we are seeing all kinds of drivers coming down pit road for the undercut and for their scheduled pit stops. Everyone who's pitting now can go the rest of the way. It's just a matter of when do you come down pit road. Do you want fresh tires now to catch these leaders, or do you want fresh tires at the end of the race? That is the question. If you're fast, like Merrick Watchorn, Zach Deuscher, you know, those Hartwell, those guys, I think you want them late. But right now, Jerry West making that move. Look at this. He is just flying right now around this 1 mile concrete track. Acacia and Meadows coming down pit road as well. Meadows might have gotten a little cheeky right there on entry. Justin German as well coming down pit road. That's from 4th place. So we're seeing all these leaders coming down pit road now. Long way to go though. 47 laps remaining in this Monster Mile 150. The opening playoff race for the SRU Xfinity Series. And here they come down. The leaders, Merrick Watchorn, Hartwell, and Deuscher. Your top 3 come down pit road. This is huge. No mistakes. Do not speed. Don't speed through your pit box. You need a clean stop right here if you're one of these leaders. You cannot gamble. So Merrick Watchorn, what do these top 3 drivers do? Do they get 4 tires? Do they get 2 tires? That's the case right here. They're 1, 2, 3 in those pit boxes. Right side tires are going on right now. We're going to drop down. The rights are complete. Look at this, Merrick Watchorn. Out right there. And there it is. Kyle Munson now comes down pit road from the lead, so we'll get that 1 bonus point. Jeff Gilmore coming down pit road as well. So all these drivers looking pretty good. This will filter the lead back, I believe, to Jerry West. So there he is. That undercut proved to be beneficial for Jerry West right here. We'll have the lead right now showing by 8 seconds. So the undercut is absolutely massive, and his tires aren't really that much older. So we'll see what this does for Jerry West and his team. Merrick Watchorn, though, gained a lot of time on these drivers. Look at this. Hartwell and Deuscher right behind. So this will be the battle, folks, for the win. Again, still 44 laps to go, but a lot can happen. Right now, Jerry West is your leader. Looking very, very strong right now. Hey, as we always do, let's take a quick break. We're going to do our Bring the Noise segment. Big thanks to harpoondesign.com for sponsoring that for us. Let's crank it up a little bit, huh? Again, huge thanks for Harpoon Design for the Bring the Noise segment. We love to see that right there. All these drivers getting around this place very well. But right now, Zach Deuscher under fire by Brandon Hartwell, excuse me. Man, he is right there. Zach Deuscher got around him a second ago, but man, this is still a close battle. And Jerry West, though, still out front of this race by 6 seconds. Watchorn has cut the time down by 2 seconds. But will he have enough time to catch him? He can catch him, but can he pass him? That will be the question for today. But man, Jerry West looking very strong today. That number is 00. Looking awesome. Again, pulled the undercut, trying to see if he can make his way around, but couldn't quite do it. Look at this, Brandon Hartwell got around, as we were talking about Jerry West, got around back Zach Deuscher. Finds himself in P3 again, so solid job right there. Again, brand new driver. Don't believe we've seen him earlier in the season, but looking very strong, Brandon Hartwell. New driver as well as Salyers right here in that 16. An awesome run for him. Further on through the field, David Acacia right now a lap down. He's first car lap down, so precaution comes out, he would be that lucky dog. Gilmore, Adams, look at this fight right here. Kolmensberger under fire, or putting under fire. Jason Adams makes that move down low. Gets around him with ease. Terry Duguay right now a lap down. About to go one more lap down in a second. Jerry West is about to catch him. He is getting there. And Dustin German, unfortunately, take a look at this. 2 seconds, 2 laps down. And momentarily, he was just in the top 5. So we saw him come down pit road. I wonder if that tire smoke we saw was maybe just a speeding penalty for that number 66. So not a good thing to see there. Not what he wanted to see, but man, it's a tough break for him. Led some laps early on. Unfortunately, not going to be able to get back to where he was, at least right now. Jerry Westo, however, still has that lead, but right now it's cut down to half. We just said he had a 6-second lead, but it's 2.5. So Merrick Watchorn is coming very fast right now. Has David Acacia in front. But the more Jerry West puts down cars a lap down, the harder it'll be for Merrick to catch him, as well as put these drivers' laps down. So we'll see how that works out in just a second. But right now, Jerry West taking lap 120. We're 30 laps to go here for the Monster Mile 150. Jerry West still trying to find the winner circle here in this series. Has not gotten it just yet, but he is so close to doing it. But a great run nonetheless for him so far. This undercut has definitely worked. If this thing stays green, I mean, keep in mind, Hartwell is way far back still, 8 seconds back. Deuscher is still right there in 8th. I don't see them catching Jerry West, so this is a great play for Jerry to finish off in a podium for sure. Maybe not the win, but a great run to get to that podium spot. Very solid effort right there for him. Little battle right here. David Cassidy trying to make a move around John Held. Held in P6. Cassidy is 1 lap down, so not for position per se, but trying to get him on the track. Salyers, this is P7, so he's been able to manage his race so far. Has looked very good in his opening race today. Again, had some issues earlier with Gilmore in stage 1. Got punted a little bit, but hey, has recovered very well and currently finds himself in P7. This right here is for position. John Held in Salyers. Gets around him right there, looking very good. So that'll move Salyers right there to P6. Chris Spencer is welcome to try and get around him, so they are on the move right there for sure. 8 drivers right now currently on the lead lap. And we are counting this thing down, 25 laps to go, but look out, Jerry West in P1, but Merrick Watchorn has found his way to the front, has gotten around Jason Cavany. And he is right behind him. 0.3 of a second back of Jerry West, 25 laps to go. This is probably not going to be enough for Jerry West to hold on to it, but man, oh man, he's going to try. There it is. This is the lead right here. The battle that we've been waiting for. Jerry West, Merrick Watchorn. Jerry has no chance right there. Merrick gets around him for P1. And we know what Merrick Watchorn does in the lead. He's going to be sailing forward right now. Has the fresher tires and has the gap. Merrick Watchorn on his way for his 5th win of this season. Again, just barely entered these playoffs on points. And he needs all the points he can get right now to advance into that championship. And Merrick Watchorn right now putting on a show, looking very, very good today in that 91 machine. But Jerry West in P2, can't discount his move right there. Chose the undercut. Looking very, very strong right there. Brandon Hartwell in 3rd place. A great debut for him right now. 5 seconds back. Might be able to catch Jerry West. We'll see how that plays out here momentarily, but Zach Deutscher 4th place, Kyle Munson 5th. Awesome, awesome job. Closest battle on track. Salyers and Chris Spencer pretty close together here. If Spencer can catch up, this is going to be for a top 6. Yeah, you can see right there that throttle input of Chris Spencer. That car just does not want to do what he wants it to do. Brendan Hartwell putting down more cars a lap down. Merrick Watchorn now back out to a 2-second lead. So here he is. A very strong effort again by Merrick Watchorn. Has won every race he's entered in this season except Road America. Right now looking very, very strong here. So further on back, way back, real quick update, Jason Cavany finds himself in P17 again. He's pretty much stuck around this area. Going again 1 more lap down, so 4 laps down. Henderson 3 laps down. And then Duguay, 2 laps down. So a lot of these drivers, I believe, had just overall slow cars, not the cars they've wanted to have, but also, too, I believe, pit issues as well. So unfortunate for a lot of these guys. Dustin German, again, 1 lap down, finds himself in that P14 spot. Led some laps early, but right now just can't recover after some mistakes on his end. David Cassidy right in front. This would be 4th position if German can catch him. That would be right there for 13th spot. Jason Adams looking solid in that 12th spot, looking nice. Acacia holding on to a P11 right now. And Jim Kohlsberger in that 10th spot. Tell you what, Jeff Gilmore, even after all of his stage 1 issues, I believe involved in 2 cautions, still finds himself in P9. So a good recovery on a rough start to this race. A great effort there for him. John Held holding on to that P8. Chris Spencer and Salyers still battling right here for P6 and 7. Spencer might have something for him right now. He's getting pretty close. But not quite yet. Kyle Munson, 5th place. Hartwell and Deutscher, they have been not side by side, but back to back the majority of this race, and right now in 3rd and 4th place. Looking very good. Jerry West holding on to those tires. Again, they are older than the 5 cars around them as far as position drivers, but doing a great job. 13 laps to go. Eric Watchorn, though, almost 4 seconds of a lead up on P2. Awesome effort for these guys. Real quick, folks, before we get down to our 10 laps to go, let's go and thank our channel sponsors real quick. We'll do one more race day live non-stop, so you won't miss a thing. Come right back. All right, folks, back again for the SRU Xfinity Monster Mile 150. This is the first round of the playoffs. And right now, Merrick Watchorn out to a long lead, almost 5 seconds, walking away with this thing. Doing a great job. But Zach Deutscher right here in P4, he's getting closer and closer to the back end of Hartwell. He might have something for him here within this last 9 laps. Gonna watch this battle brew for sure. Getting pretty close. Only 8 drivers on the lead lap. Again, same thing for Salyers here and Chris Spencer. They've been battling so long. Chris Spencer might have him here in a second. Both choose the outside lane, trying to get around that lap down car. Man, both of these drivers are so loose, you can tell the wheels just all over the place. Chris Spencer wants this top 6 right here from Salyers, and he might get it. Brendan Hartwell, Zach Deutscher, not too close together, but this is the battle right here for position on the racetrack. Spencer has that line. Five laps to go here for Dover. Man, these guys are so close together. Jason Adams up front. He's a lap down, so he might play a role into this. Spencer all over the place right here. I don't think his car's really feeling too hot right now. In the number 9, lost a lot of time right there to Salyers. That might be it for him and his cause right there. But Jerry West in P2, still after his undercut strategy, looking great. But Brandon Hartwell right there in P3. So he has caught up with 3 laps to go. Can he get around him for that second spot? It looks like he might do it. Gonna be so close. 3 laps to go. Hartwell, how does he pass him? Outside. He's got the fresher tires. We know that. Do you force him up? Can't quite make that pass yet. It's so difficult. Have to set him up. Get a good exit here to turn 2 and get on the inside. Not quite yet. But right now, Merrick Watchorn gonna cross that line, and the white flag is out for the Monster Mile 150. Sponsored by Sim Motion. Merrick Watchorn, man. 5 races and 4 wins, but right now at Dover for the opening race of the playoffs, this is gonna be his 5th win in 6 appearances. Merrick Watchorn wins the Monster Mile 150. Brandon Hartwell, side by side. Jerry West, this is for second. Brandon Hartwell gets that P2 away from Jerry West. Awesome job there for Brandon Hartwell. Jerry West, after the undercut performance there, comes in P3. Awesome, awesome job. Zach Deutscher doesn't have the car to get to close that gap to Jerry West for that 3rd spot. So he will finish 4th. Kyle Musson, 5th place. Solid effort there for him. Salyers here, number 16, finishes top 6, and Chris Spencer, 7th. John Held, 8th. Jim Kummelsberger, 9th place. Great job there for him. Jeff Gilmore, even after all of his struggles today, finishes with the top 10. Awesome, awesome job. But Merrick Watchorn, there he is, about to burn this down. Great job from Merrick Watchorn winning the opening race of the SRU playoffs. And there he is, getting some love from Brendan Hartwell. Awesome, awesome job. Folks, we'll come right back. We'll talk to our top 3, Watchorn, Hartwell, and West. We'll come right back. All right, folks, we are back from Dover Motor Speedway, and we are here with the top 3. Jerry West finishing a very solid effort here in that 3rd spot. We're going to bring him in here momentarily. Talk to him about his top three finish, excuse me. Man, what an awesome, awesome job here for Jerry West. Let's bring him on down into the booth. Where's old Jerry West? Uh-oh, there he is. Hey, Jerry, man, it's Steve in the booth. You got me?
I got you, Steve. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, dude, I'm doing great, but not as good as you, man. Hey, tried the undercut, made it work. Finished top 3 after all that. Awesome job, dude. How'd you do it?
By far, I don't think we had the fastest car. It did feel good there towards the one side of the tires. Felt really good. I think I was the fastest car that run, but that last set, just terrible, man. I couldn't get the car to turn the whole run. It was just tough. We had an 8-second lead, so I thought I was going to be able to hold them off, and the car was just bad, man. I don't know if it was a bad set of tires or what, man, but we'll take a top 3, man. Yeah, we was wanting to make it interesting at the end there with Brandon.
Yeah.
We threw a block on him coming to the white. And I didn't want to win it that way, so I moved up the track in 3 and 4 so he could get on my inside and we can drag race to the line. And we was a little tight coming off, so we lost it by about a half a car. But yeah, just wanted to make a good race for second, and we did, man. But yeah, it was a tough track tonight. Tires were a big key, man. And pit, of course, they had better tires than me towards the end, so I was just kind of hanging on, hoping I could do it. But yeah, it was a difference in the tires, I think. I don't know if it's a bad set though, Steve, man. What do you think?
Hey, I don't know. Whatever it was, you made it work, man. Top 3, great job. Next week is Iowa. We all love that nice short mile track. So, hey, man, give us a shout outs if you have any, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, Iowa's not too bad for us. We usually do pretty good there. Hope for a top 3 as well. But shout out to you guys, man, for putting on the show, and the admins at Sim Racing Unleashed for letting us come out and race. All the drivers, man, they make it possible to run these clean and green races like that. I know we had a little trouble on one of the restarts from Wheelspin, but other than that, man, everybody was pretty respectful, and we had a lot of fun tonight. But shout out to anybody that's out there watching, man. We do this for you guys and us, of course. We have a lot of fun. But SRTV's on the hood of this thing, so a big shout out to them. Smoke Show Racing, my teammates, they were out there tonight. I know a couple of them got some penalties like Dustin, but we had a good fun night tonight, all in all.
Yes, sir. Awesome job, P3. We'll see you next week, man. Awesome job.
All right, thanks, Steve.
Alrighty, Jerry West right there. Great effort for him again. Can't quite find the winner circle just yet, but I'll tell you what, he is coming very, very close. Brandon Hartwell comes in P2. Let's try and sneak him down here into the broadcast booth. Here he is, Brandon Hartwell, man. You get a copy at Steve.
Yeah, I got you, bud.
Hey, man. Awesome job here today. Finished P2. Obviously wanted to win, I'm sure, but talk to us about your race. Looked very good.
Oh yeah, that first run I kind of burned him up trying to stay with Merrick, and then that second run my tires felt awesome until the very end. I started to lose the right rear, it felt like, but I was gonna give it everything I could, get back second place.
Yes, sir, man. Looking good today. Love that Michigan paint scheme, by the way. So, hey, next week we have Iowa, so talk to us about that. Do you like it? What do you think about it? And then, hey, give us your shout-outs, man. Any sponsors, friends, family. What you got for me?
I'm not sure I'll run next week, but there's a good possibility. It's the following week. Not bad. Iowa, I love Iowa. It's a good bumpy track. You don't hit it right, the bumps will literally make the rear end come around. Big shout out to BFR Racing, to all my teammates.
Awesome job, man. Hey, congrats again, P2. Awesome job. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Alrighty, there he goes. Brandon Hartwell, P2 finisher. But right now, we're going to bring in man of the hour, as usual. Merrick Watchorn, man, just knows how to get it done here at these tracks. And there he is. Let's bring him on in here. There he is. Winner of today's Monster Mile 150, Merrick Watchorn, man. Looks very good. Jerry West tried the undercut, try and sneak one past you, but you definitely made it work. Past him, had a huge lead at the end. How'd you do it again, man? Great win.
And just came down to strategy. I knew that the fresher tires were going to be key, and the first person on pit road kind of signed their death certificate at that point. And it's unfortunate because Jerry was definitely the fastest one out here, I believe. I think he got the fast lap, but he was definitely a challenger to pay attention to on that first stint before the caution on lap 35. He was catching me like slowly but surely, so I was using up my stuff trying to hold off Brandon throughout that first part of the leg. But after that, I mean, you come out on top and it's just like one of those things. So it was a good win, great battle, and I'm glad I came out and got my 4th win of the season. Sets me up pretty well for the rest of this round, hopefully.
Yes, sir. Next week is Iowa, so a nice short track that typically people love. So going to be a great time there, man. Hey, talk to us about your sponsors or friends and family. What do you got?
Yeah, no, I just want to give a shout out to the league, of course, always putting this on. We couldn't do without them, or the admins including them. Give a shout out to you, of course, for always giving us the broadcast and the love and, you know, the shout out. Want to give out a shout out to Driven Motorsports. I have been officially signed up to race for a race for Mark and the rest of the Harpoon Design guys. So it's pretty
Nice.
cool. It's a cool feeling. But I'll be racing as their junior, like you know how Junior does it, Dale Junior in the Xfinity series. Basically that I'll be the sub unit for that team. But hey man, it was a great race. Give a shout out to Twiggy, QSA, and of course Admin Box, and it was a great race tonight. It was good recovery after being involved in that wreck. So happy with that win, and just got to focus for the next 2 races.
Yes, sir. Well, there he is. Merrick Watchorn, big thanks to you, man, obviously. And hey, we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. See y'all see you in 2 weeks.
That's right. 2 weeks. Next week's Thanksgiving. Keep forgetting about
Yes,
that.
sir.
Alrighty, man. We'll catch you.
Later.
Alrighty, there he is. I forgot about that, folks. Next week is Thanksgiving. I don't know why it always sneaks up on me, but man, it did this time for sure. So, hey, next week, Thanksgiving, we will not be here for the Sim Racing Unleashed. We will be eating turkey and sleeping violently after we stuff our face. So, hey, big shout out to you guys for being here. Thanks to everyone who subs and to likes the streams. It actually goes pretty far. Liking the stream and just hitting all the buttons. Really appreciate you all for doing that. So, hey, in 2 weeks, we'll be back here for Iowa. A fun time there. Round 2 of the playoffs. 2 races left to go here for the SRU series. Going to be a great time. But for the Monster Mile, Merrick Watchorn is the winner. An awesome job today. Catch us on Tuesday as well, this coming Tuesday, for the ASRA Cup Series. They are starting their playoffs themselves. So the Cup Series will be at Michigan. Going to be a very cool time. The first race of 5 in the first race of the round of 12. So going to be a lot of fun. We'll catch you guys then at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And then in 2 weeks, enjoy your Thanksgiving. If we don't see you, have a good night. Thank you for the support. We love you.